What is up, everybody? My name is Justin from Party Rental Knowledge, and today I'm here with Nick Glassett. Oops, I messed up. Who are you?
What's up, everybody? My name is Nick Glassett. I'm a bounce house operator. I operate a rental business. I'm also a YouTuber. And then the YouTube channel has grown, and that's taken my life in some crazy different directions. But basically, I'm a bounce house guy.
So we are all about party rentals here. If you don't know, I teach tips and tricks in the party rental industry. So does Nick. So this is an awesome episode. PartyRentalKnowledge.com. Check it out. That's where you can find me. You can find a lot of stuff. You can find both of us on there. When did you first get started, Nick?
So we got started, I want to say it was late June. That's kind of a guess, but late June 2019. I still had my regular ass old corporate job. I was at work. I was in Biloxi, Mississippi, and my phone rang, and it was my wife, and she was like, "Hey, are you cool if I go buy a bounce house from Spacewalk? I'm tired of paying the guy to come and rent them." And I was like, "Yeah, sure." She said, "Well, I know you like want to start your own business too, so like maybe you could rent it out, and like kind of get started." And I was like, "Oh hell yes, I love that idea." She then got upsold into buying a slip and slide as well. So we started with 2 units, a bounce house and a slip and slide. And then that, whatever, kind of rest is history, I guess you could say.
Right. How much did you make last year?
So we scaled last year up to about 265K on the rental side. And it was a wild freaking ride because we didn't quite double from the year prior. No, I'm sorry. Wait, yeah, we did. We over doubled from the year prior. So it was just like madness.
Oh, that's awesome. And you mentioned it before, but what do you run out? You just do bounce houses? Do you do like just name everything you got? Just get into detail. What do you rent out?
So mainly we are bounce house combos and water slides, right? Bounce house combos go out the most for us because I'm down in New Orleans, so it's warm here most of the time. And then water slides make the most money, and then we have obstacle courses too. Been scaling and adding tables and chairs as we go. I'm working on kind of trying to get those out now. And then we have a foam machine. Actually, my foam daddy is supposed to get delivered today, so I'm super stoked.
Let's go.
Yes, and so looking to scale the foam side. I'm much bigger now that I'm gonna have the foam cannon as of today, and then that's about it. Oh, and then I've got a couple pop-up tents to kind of test. We didn't have those last year, but then looking to get into like tents, proper tents this year as well.
Awesome. What are some things you learned that are important?
So many, dude. The list is just like a mile long. If I like, I'll kind of speak to, right, because of YouTube, my audience, or I guess the people that reach out to me the most are brand new people, whether they're just getting in or just looking to get in. So I'm kind of going to start back in the old days here, right in the beginning. So number one thing that's important, and this is going to be number one for a reason, but it's the website. Like you have got to get a website, even if you're tiny. Like I didn't get a website till I had like 16, 17, 18, 19 units, somewhere in there. Just kind of out of naivete, right? I had no idea this was a real industry, no idea what I was doing. But now, like, we've got it to the point, between me, you, Adam, and then a whole bunch of other characters, right? We've got the industry to a point where there's a lot of information out there. And so website is number one. Like, get your website going from jump, right from the beginning. It's just so valuable of an asset to have on Google Maps, on Google, and just kind of get Google knowing you exist. So that way, when you are big, your website has the juices to get to the top of the page.
I spent $40K on $80K worth of equipment because I bought it during COVID.
Yeah.
And I got a website too. And I did $80K my first year because I had a website. I had 10 bounce houses. And when I say bounce houses, I had like a couple water slides and a couple bounce houses and combos and whatnot. And I had 3 tents, and my tents barely went out. I think I did very little in tents that my first year. And they were all pole tents, and I had the tables and chairs, but I bought like $80K worth of equipment for $40K because I bought it during COVID, but that's a whole nother story. But I made my money back my first year, you know what I mean? And then some.
Right.
Because I had a website.
I was pretty similar, other than I didn't have a website. I mean, I did that first year one, right? That 2020, right? So we got those first 2 units in 2019, but like we were kind of just messing around and trying to figure shit out. That first proper year of 2020, we did 85,000 with no website. Like, it was literally every single booking had to be a conversation with me through Facebook Messenger on the Facebook page, and then went into, right, and it evolved. Like, it was a paper calendar, then it ended up being an iPhone calendar at the end, prior to me getting a website with booking software. And it's just like, I look back on that, I'm like, that's just insane that every single booking had to have a conversation with me, the human. Like, it's wild.
What is something you failed at? Did you overcome that problem? And if yes, how?
I mean, I failed, like, kind of, again, to go back to the naivete or just not knowing better. But I mean, I failed at a lot of things in the beginning that I just didn't know, you know what I mean? And then come now to where I've been in the industry, right? It's not that I've been in the industry a long time, but I've gone through a lot. So I kind of feel like a little bit more of an experienced person maybe than I am. And I get questions that come to me that, like, my answer to their question is kind of like, duh, what are you thinking? Like, or like, not in a negative way, but that's shit that I did, or I did dumber stuff, right? In the beginning, not knowing anything about sandbags, not knowing how to stake properly, not knowing proper amount of stakes. Like, right, this list can just go on and on and on and on and on, because, like, I literally taught myself how to run this business by going to set up people's rentals. Overcame that problem. So a person that I think bought a bounce house off of me told me about Facebook groups. Like, they started mentioning bounce house Facebook groups, and I had no clue. Like, I literally had no clue. And so then when I started jumping into a couple of those and interacting in there a little bit, right, asking questions back in the day, and then real quick, I switched to start answering questions. It's just, right, my personality. In there is where I learned, like, everything. You know what I mean? Like, everything. And to start doing everything properly, and getting in the proper insurance and getting everything going forward. Like, it was just, I messed up everything you could mess up.
So that probably leads us to this question right here. What advice changed your life? It's what? Party Rental Knowledge Group, some of the other Facebook groups. You have your own Facebook group now too. It's literally changing people's life, just like Party Rental Knowledge Group helped with yours. So it's like, it's awesome. Like,
real talk.
Or do you want to give another one for what advice changed your life?
No, I mean, just the advice that had changed my life. Yeah, it's kind of like that macro just advice that I could get from anybody, whether it's the Facebook groups or any other avenue where I can speak to other. I started making friends with my local operators as well, and that was good. Right, you're not going to ask like a super specific question to them, but you can kind of talk about your market, talk about this company over here, this company doing that, like, kind of almost get in on the gossip a little bit, just so you're a little bit more informed. But yeah, all the advice that is in the Facebook groups changed the absolute direction of my life. And then when the YouTube channel started, like, that's kind of a funny story in and of itself. When the YouTube channel started, I was able to make videos that resonated with people because I'm in those groups, watching and learning what people need to be learning, right? Like, that's kind of meta, but yeah, go interact with all of us. You know what I mean? Interact with us in the communities. It'll help change the trajectory of your business big time.
Speaking of Facebook drama, we got people posting drama in the Facebook groups right now, and people are messaging me.
Never ends.
But yeah, it never ends. What are your goals this year?
Man, I have a lot. So I want to have the rental side get over 300,000, which we're on pace to do pretty comfortably as of now. It's early in the season, so that's kind of a knock on wood. But I really want to get it to 350K. And then I want to get my online store. I'm trying to double revenue with my online store, thejumpoffscore.com. And then launch nationwide, right? And we'll probably do 4 stops if I'm ambitious enough to make it happen. But for sure, we're going to do 2 where I'm going to have my in-person class, how to start a bounce house business. We'll have that in person. And so we're going to do a couple stops of that. And then I want to have the YouTube channel get a lot more videos. I don't know. Like, I want the content to come out a little more regularly and a little more specified to what people need. versus it's just kind of right as the companies have all grown and the workload has scaled, like the YouTube channel, which created the opportunity for me to do all of this, right? The attention on the YouTube channel has shrunk. And I know that if I expand that, more opportunities just come from it. So I really, really, really am going to be driving to get that figured out and scaled this year. And then I'm launching a new company as well. So
what new company are you launching?
Working on it doesn't have a name. Its working title is Bounce House Booking. What are we calling it? Bounce House?
The online booking stuff.
Basically, we'll be able to be a virtual assistant for an event rental company, right? And it doesn't have to be bounce houses. We're going to start in that domain just because it's what we know. And we know the scripts to sell bounce houses, right? To sell bounce house rentals to people, like talk people into booking, whatever. But yeah, so basically it'll be a specialized virtual assistant can run the customer facing side of your company, meaning answer the phones, answer the texts. And then if you have Event Hawk or some other sort of funnel system built on high level, we can also run that and all the other stuff that comes with that. And so we're actually going to launch with our first one company only, but pilot next week, and then kind of see how it goes, and then hopefully be able to scale by June, July, August, probably more August is realistic, just because we don't want to jump in too close to July because it's so busy. But yeah, we'll start being able to take on more companies and then scale from there. We're going to do everything. And the beginning, for sure, we're doing everything US based. So it'll be all people that me and my business partner hire. Like literally, we are going to be interviewing and hiring the people that run the booking. And then down the line, there is possibility that we do go international with it, but kind of have two different plans, right? So if you're okay with having somebody from the Philippines as your VA, still trained by us, it'll be this price. And then if you want American-based, it'll be this price, right? That's kind of a potential down the line that it's just kind of on the table. I don't know if it'll actually, come to fruition. But yeah, so we're going to start the beta test of that is going to be next Monday.
So how can we improve PRK?
I mean, I think you're doing a great job. You know what I mean? Just the amount of effort that goes in. It's not like that every piece of effort is the correct effort, but the fact that effort goes in to try to grow the community and then to transform it into a platform that helps people's lives and adds value to people is amazing. And what I've seen happen from all the content we put out, but PRK obviously being a major player in this, is when I first started getting into the Facebook groups back in maybe mid 2020, maybe late 2020, just kind of guessing there, but you go in there and you see the same 5 questions over and over and over and over and over and over and over, and you see every single answer be cynical, yep. As we've all done what we've done, right? And try to educate. You still see the same 5 questions over and over and over, obviously, but at a smaller frequency, at a much more thoughtful wording. Like it's not somebody that's totally oblivious to everything. They actually have some context in there. And then, but more importantly, the questions that you come from a brand new person are like, I mean, I was 2 years in before I knew the shit that they're asking. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's what's really interesting about it.
Yeah, and so I think the efforts of you and PRK and me and all the other characters is not only paying off, but paying off quickly. You know what I mean? So I think the way you can improve PRK is just continue to look for ways to improve PRK.
The Party Rental Knowledge Resource Center, partyrentalknowledge.com. It's I know I got a set so you can actually put your all your information in there, but there's a lot going on with this resource center. There's a lot of money that went into it, time that went into it, and it's built by some pretty smart people. So it's going to be a lot, everything you need for the industry in one place. And it's not just for the party rental people. It's entertainment and party rental people. It's party rental businesses, entertainment businesses, event rentals, backyard parties, like magicians are going to be on this platform. And you'd only mingle them if you need to mingle with them. It's all separated. It's conclusive for knowledge. It's like Facebook. We did this whole spiel about Facebook groups. Facebook groups suck for learning. Like, it's just a Facebook group. It's really made for community, and we've shoehorned it into an education platform. So I've actually just like, well, I just create an actual education platform, a platform that has resources and tools as well. So that's what I just did. Like having everything in one place. And then it's almost like Reddit too, where it's like, if somebody's telling you to stick your bounce house in a microwave, like, it's not going to get any traction. Nobody's going to listen to it. It might even get deleted off the site. Like,
Right.
you know what I mean? Whereas like the controversial stuff, you'll be able to see the 5 or 6 things, 6 ways of doing something right next to each other on a page, like ready to go. So now you don't have to, like, you know what I mean? How do you roll a bounce house? There's probably 10 ways you can possibly do it. You can see every single one right there next to each other from different people. And then now you have your education. Like, it's just that type of organization, as well as like advanced levels of data and marketing and just like one of the biggest things that I had people tell me that PRK brings an advantage to is, like, when people first started out 10 years ago, finding all these places to buy from, because renting stuff's honestly easy, but like finding things where to buy the right stuff and why it's the right stuff and like what equipment lasts and all that, like that information is invaluable in this industry.
Agreed.
So it's like I've been told that a few times. That's one of the reasons I don't ever stop what I'm doing, and I probably won't ever stop what I'm doing.
Yeah, you can just drop that. Give me one sec, Justin.
You're good.
Yeah, you can put it right
So, if you didn't know, thejumpoff.com, Nick sells a bunch of different products as well. He sells straps. He's making sandbags now. He makes rolling straps, tie down straps. This dude is making all kinds of different supplies for the party rental industry. His YouTube channel, Nick Glassett. Is it Nick Glassett? Oh, I might be messing this all up. I think it's Nick Glassett. Wow. I know him as both, so don't hate me, but his YouTube channel is... Oh, I'm on the wrong channel. I'm messing this up. Don't mind me. His YouTube channel is... Nick Glassett. That's what I thought. If you go to his YouTube channel, he teaches a whole bunch of tips and tricks and all kinds of stuff like I do. He does a lot of like bounce house focused stuff, I feel. Backyard party stuff. He's got a foam daddy machine on the way, so that's going to be sweet. More foam daddy videos, more foam videos in general. If you're not into foam and you haven't done foam, hit me up. Hit me up and tag me in a group. I sell foam machines for Foam Daddy, but foam in general is just a thing that is awesome. It is an awesome thing to get into. It is trending. I don't think it's going to go away. I think it's going to be as popular as a magician's birthday party or a bubble party or a balloon show. It is just another form of entertainment, like a bounce house. And I think that you should get into foam machines. Whoever you are, go for it. Hit me up. Subscribe to this channel. Subscribe to Nick Glassett on YouTube. I told everybody to get a foam machine.
Yeah, that's what that was. It was a Foam Daddy machine that is getting delivered by UPS. I don't know why you came out the back, but whatever.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, I'm stoked, bro. I'm stoked. We're gonna do an unboxing video, and then we'll shoot some content with it. Either today or Friday. We'll see.
Let's go.
Yeah.
So like and subscribe, everybody. Love me, baby, and go check out Nick Glassett's channel.
Thank you. Thank you for having me, brother.
Have a good one, buddy.
All right, dude.